Welcome to the Seven Crosses series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we are picking up on the 26th of February in 2025. Now, what I want to do in this video is something a little bit different. We're going to take a look at orphanages in the context of a video produced by Bilbo Joe, who's done some testing around orphanages. So that is going to be the focus of this video. But first, I just want to give you an update of where we got to if you're following the series. In the last part, we populated our new town up here and things went reasonably well, but you can see if I show you the population here, we've still got a lot of problems with respect to population growth, and I'm hoping that looking at the orphanages may fix that for a reason I'll explain later on. Also, if you look at the top here, see I've had a bit of a crash with respect to happiness. Now I've gone right across the map and I can't see anything specific that's caused the problem. I did get a bit of a crime surge in Stilton, which has finally worked out, and it's almost like winter now causes unhappiness, and I've got a few problems growing across the map, and I'm hoping that some of the information Bilbo Joe has given us about orphanages may fix some of these problems. Now, the other thing that's kind of going on at the moment is that the two new apartment blocks I've built over here are built, but I've not populated at the moment because we don't really have a lot of population to move in. Well, I've got a little bit, I suppose. I could let in one. No, I just want to keep that going for the moment while we look at orphanages. Now, over in Stilton still seems to be my problem city. If I show you, well, if we click on the happiness, you see that the happiness really dived again during the winter. So what I seem to be in is this cycle where they get very unhappy during the winter, but then the happiness improves during the summer. But if you actually look, none of these blocks have a major problem. They've got food, so there's almost like there's a sensitivity in the overall economy. And I think probably the best way to get down to it is explain that what he says in the video is that orphanages do have a big impact on your overall health of the economy if you use them. There seems to be negative approaches if you don't provide enough orphanages to provide full cover. So you've got students out here, and if you've got students out here, that then actually affects the ones on the inside, and that causes problems with both education and happiness. So what we're going to be doing in this video is I'm going to go and add extra orphanages, but I'm not going to build them manually. What we're going to do is auto build them because I want to see what the immediate effect is. I don't want to spend a whole year building lots and lots of orphanages. So that's what we're going to be doing. But first, I just want to give you an overall situation, because at the end of that video, he gives an interesting oversight with what he thinks is the ratio. Now, if I go to all map and then we click on orphanages, you can see here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 8 orphanages covering this map for 183,000 people. Now, what he suggests is that you should have an orphanage for roughly every 3,000 to 4,000 people. Now, based on that calculation, it means I should have 19 orphanages here. But what you'll see is that they're all running very close to capacity, and we've got a couple here which I think are actually in. Oh, we've got one over here in Nicomo, which is our heart one, and I think this is the one in Colville here as well. So we've got orphanages running over 100%. So what we're going to be doing is building some orphanages, getting things going. You see your happiness too low. I think that's actually up in our, where's this now? Wow, we've got about low happiness over here now as well. Okay, let me just take a, I'm just going to put this on so we can see it all the time. Yeah, we got 63% here. This has dropped to 57%. I think I've also got some concentrations of unemployment as well here. This might be a good place to put the first orphanage in, simply because we've got a fair amount of unemployment here. The problem I've got is how am I going to fit these orphanages in to the overall map? We're going to use the in-game ones, children, I mean, it'd be nice if I could get an orphanage in there, but we could put one. We could get one really close to this map here. That's got, because of course what we got to get is heating and water. Oh, that went in quick. And we're just gonna, so I'm just gonna auto build these. So I want to see the immediate effects. Put path connection to there, and I'm going to put, I think we'll put some footpaths out this way as well. And again, I'm just going to auto build them. So we've now got this here. We've got missing tutors. Now we've got this one over here. Haha. We're going to put one there. Let me just see who's supplying. Oh, got mixture here. Where are you? You're there. I think we can add you to. You're adding food to the orphanage. It's there. So that's that one done. I suppose you're adding clothes to the orphanage as well. What's this third one supplying? For some reason this one's also supplying clothes. Right. What I'm gonna do again, because I want the immediate effect. We're gonna pre-purchase some food, clothes, and meat here. And what I'm gonna need is a truck. We've got meat here. I've got to find a depot now. I think I've got a depot up here where I can buy a refrigerated truck. I think there's one up here. Let me just see. There, we got one here. I'm just going to buy a refrigerated truck here. I think I'll buy an 8-ton one. Get back across the map. And you can pick up from here. I must admit, I still prefer, for things like orphanages and small shops, I still prefer to pick these up and then just dump the truck onto the front of here, and you can wait until unloaded. I'm just gonna let the game run. And we got, let's set the loyalty to be up to about 75%. So let me just let the game run a little bit faster than. So that should calm the. Still got a little bit of unemployment here. I'm hoping that what that will do is just pull off the. So we got that there. That's the first orphanage. A little bit worried about this unemployment though. Let me just check this fire station. Yep, you're good. I think what we might need to do is do a little bit more here. Well, we can push that up to 50. That might improve the coverage a little bit. They can't get to here. Just check the. I think we can absorb a little bit more of the. So that is the first place I want to build one. Now the other one, next place I want to put one in, because what I want to do is build probably about 4 or 5 orphanages where I've got unemployment. We've got a little bit of unemployment here, although I've got no idea where to put the orphanage in. I think the other thing that's worth noting is that during his video, Biljo does a kind of news insert where he talks about an update, which is the 0.8.7.11 update. Now, this update is actually still in the test branch. And at the moment, I think we're on the stable branch is 0.8. So what I'm doing at the moment is working on the stable branch. But what I might do is after we've put all the orphanages in, got it run and see what actually happens, is then what I might do is flip to the test branch for another video just to show you, see if it actually changes. Right, we've got a little bit of unemployment here and we've got some people over there. Be nice if we could get an orphanage in somewhere. Trouble is we've got to find somewhere where that's got no sewage connections. How about over here? That would be nice if I could get that in there. Okay, we're going to go here. We've got 2 heating plants, water, and we got power. So let me just actually just slip this back a little bit like that. Okay, we're gonna auto purchase. We've got piles of money for this test anyway, so connect you up like that. Wait for this to build. Then we got. Can you get down to here? Not quite. Is there any way I can shorten this distance a bit? Maybe take out that dog leg there. You put a footpath to there. Also, I don't think I could get a footpath. No, it's ground's too uneven there. Right, I'm just gonna. Right, we've got a link to there now. And again, we're just going to auto prime. Purchase that so these guys can come in there. Where's this? Right, you're picking up from there. And you've got slots, so you could deliver food there. I'm a bit concerned about what's the truck? Chemicals. Right, you're delivering the clothes. A bit worried about the fact that some of these places don't have. Let's set you to about 100%. I think might as well. And again, we're going to need a refrigeration truck here. Get over to here. Buy a refrigeration truck. Or where is it? Refrigeration. Just buy that one. I think we've probably got enough. Actually, you're probably close enough to the source to do your own pickup. So you can come. Which one is got the most meat in it? We've got 37. Or, oops, that's a road vehicle. These guys have got a bit of a queue on, so I think we're get you to pick up from there, and you can deliver here. Wait until unloaded. So we've now got another orphanage here. Now this one isn't full, which is interesting. Now, what I want to do is just before we go and build another one, I want to, whoops, not that. So we're still got some, see that says 106%. Let's just push that up again to about 75. So we're getting these sporadic increases over the top. So we put in 2. Right, how's the population going now? Because what Bill Joe says is that using orphanages seems to reduce escapees and deaths. So I don't think we've really fixed the problem yet. So where can I put another one? Stilton is you've got no real unemployment here though, that's their problem. Let's have a look at Colville. Now Colville's got unemployment, but we got no space. Let's just have a look at the okay. Right, let's just go over to here. Now I've made a change here in anticipation of making the orphanage. What I've done is the area here, because if any of you have been following the series, you'll be aware that the biofuel was here. What I've done is made this into a large field, put 2 medium fields in here. Again, we don't have a lot of unemployment. Gonna speed the game up and see if that's gonna work through. Wow. Don't have a lot of unemployment there, so I've got 1% unemployment now. Right, what's the... I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go over to Nuclear City and we're gonna open up one of these buildings. I'm just gonna let the over 21s flow in. One thing I have done down here is I've built a footpath up to here because I found that we weren't getting the numbers in the, we're still not getting the numbers into the nuclear power plant here, which was giving me some power shortages. And what was happening is they seem to be reluctant to walk up down the road. So by putting in this shorter distance, you can see here what we got is that they're kind of making a bit of a beeline straight for the power station here. And another problem area I had was, again, good old Stilton, was water in here. There's 20 reported crimes not patrolled. I actually built another police station over here, but they've got no queue of jobs, although I've found that sometimes the original ones is there. What's that? Oh, I've absolutely no idea. Right, we just, so our population is increasing. I just wonder whether at the moment we're kind of backfilling losses that I got. So the population is up to 84,000. I'm just wondering, could we get another orphanage in here? Anyway, let's just have a look at the, I mean, is there any way we can get an overview? I think we're getting to a point now where we can't visit Dr. Lifespan. That's crime. It's almost like what we need is an overview of how many orphans we've got. Children without an appropriate upbringing. But still kind of flipping in and out here. But it's not quite as bad as it was. Let me just see. Yeah, we've got a lot up here. It's almost like they concentrate in a town. I'm wondering if you've got a large economy, every town needs its own orphanage, but they shouldn't work because the mechanic is meant to work on the entire economy. You know, the orphans should move. Let me just see. We've got a fair amount of unemployment. I'm just wondering we could get. Problem is that I'm not sure I've got all the services over this side for another orphanage. I put it. If we put 2 there, like that. Put another one over here. Maybe I can just pull it away a little bit. I mean, we got the unemployment here, so problem's gonna be partly the road, because that is in a bit of a dip. There's some infrastructure in the way. Okay, it's not going to work, is it? Because there's probably, yeah, we got pipes underneath. That's not going to work. I could get one in there. Let's see if we can get one into that area. Again, it's saying infrastructure. I've got another one just there, but again, we're going to be in a dip, which is going to make connecting the roads up very difficult. We got the road connection there. Now the problem is going to be footpaths. Wow. That goes to there. Oh, look at that. Okay. I'm just going to build another one here. This is where it tells me that it's got no power or something like that. We should have power. Missing tutors. So we're just going to that up to 70%. Exactly the same as we did last time. A manual purchase of food, clothes and meat. You can deliver clothes and you can deliver food. And we're going to have to get another refrigerator truck. Do exactly the same. The unemployment's hit here now. It's unemployment seems to spin up. I suppose it depends on what's actually going on around the map. So again, we're just going to pick up some meat from here and we'll deliver to here. Wait until unloaded. Right, so we've now got 2 brand new orphanages in here. I'm just curious to see whether these will shift over to here as more students move over to this area. I think this is building up slowly, but I assume that when you've got children that get attached to an orphanage, it takes a little while for them to try to move over to this area here. So, well, also the other thing I've also noticed with when you get a really large economy here. What was happened there? I missed that. What is that? Oh, we only lost the pollution monitor. Rebuild that for me, please. Yeah, one thing I have noticed is that when you've got a very large economy, it takes a little while for the game to rebalance. In fact, it can take up to a month before the game completely rebalances. So probably in some ways, doing what I'm doing at the moment is probably not advisable because I'm putting a lot of instability in the game. I do like the fact that we've got a little bit of unemployment here. Plus we've got, I just want to make sure that we've got all these buildings are occupied. We've also got a little bit of space to put another building in should I need it. Question is, could I get an orphanage in here? No, we're just going to put another orphanage in. Put an orphanage like that. That should give me, that gives me connections to heating. Press control because I don't really want the double road there, so. Right. You to there. In fact, we'll put another footpath through there. And possibly one to there. Okay, we're just going to auto build this. Okay, well, they're moving in already. %, might be a little bit high. Again, we're just going to avoid problems, prime the system. Where's the shopping centre mall here? Actually, let's just do it the other way. Deliveries to the orphanages. Another orphanage over here. Oh, it's a combined distro anyway. I'm assuming that you deliver clothes. Oh, you're delivering everything, it says. Okay. But you're only picking up clothes and meat. What's the other one delivering? You're delivering the food. So in theory, this one doesn't need a, what we call it, truck, a refrigeration truck. What that should do is absorb some of the unemployed. Wow. Now I'm aware that I'm probably pulling workers away from over here. Wow. My steel industry is tanking. But I think that's partly, I mean, we got a lot of workers in here. Probably do need some more workers in this area. The trouble is I'm not sure I can squeeze any more in here. And I've already got problems with steel turn. Got a few minor problems here. Probably because we've got unhappiness. No, we're okay. We've got electronics. We've got everything in here. I think I've got a store. You've got no meats. Doesn't look like this might not actually have meat distribution in it. In fact, it doesn't look like it's got meat distribution here, but go to this. Yeah, I think what we need is a bit of an assist on this store with a refrigeration truck here as well. I must admit, for stores and things like this, I do prefer have something. I think if we buy you and then what you can pick up from here, and we'll put you into this store. Wait until we did. Then There's Stilton. What we need is Stilton small shopping. We'll take you off that list. There. I think I think we're going to use a truck for the here. I think it just makes sense, to be honest. So we're going to buy another refrigeration truck. We probably don't need a massive one. I think like 3.5 tons would probably do for the orphanage, because I don't think they actually eat that much meat. You know, in a good Victorian tradition, you know, you want more. So we can put that there. Right, how many? Wow. Seems I build an orphanage and it fills up. How we got here? Wow. So we got 2, so that puts 3 orphanages in Stilton. But let me just see, orphanage 3, is that the one there? We got that one there. Let's just have a look at this. So we're still getting a little bit of an overflow, but not as much as we had before. And I think we're now, another thing Bill Joe said is that if you've got lots outside, what you get is these all go red and they get very negative, and this is the parameters that can have a big impact on your overall economy, let's say with the crime rate, loyalty and happiness. Because what happens is your students in here, they've got to wait outside, and what he was saying is that if you got them outside, they have an impact on who's actually on the inside. So it looks like we might have cracked it here with respect to this position here, but there's a fix that actually makes the overall population a little bit better. Let's just see here. Wondering whether these guys need another train. I've got one here. Oh, I haven't. Yes, I have. I think I've got one in here actually. Yeah. You on that route. Maybe we can get more work. Oops. Thank you, game. Yeah, maybe if we get a few more coming out to here or over to here. Yeah, I think so. We get power fluctuations again. I think part of the problem is we're not getting workers to here now. Which is the power supply into here and here. Right, and we're also getting, yeah, I think we're I think I'm going to need to look at the power situation here, because this power station here, I mean, this is one of the frustrations and joys of this game, that when you think you've got it completely cracked, you get little things like this crop up, which then affects the overall production in this area, which then causes problems. Yeah, I think we need to try and get some more. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut down one of these. If we shut down there, we may get more workers into here. In fact, I think at the moment I'm just going to reduce the work. Oops, don't want it that low down. Going to reduce the workforce in there and also in here, because we're not actually producing that many vehicles. What I would like is people to come up to here so that we can get more people in the steel plant, and we've got no workers in here. So what the earth is going on here now? Right, we've got no workers, no routes. Oh, I wonder if that's due to the fact that I had the... What happened was is this bus station burnt down and I rebuilt it, but obviously I've lost the routes to here. We need a couple of buses. Let me just get in here. A couple of 85s should do. Actually, what's the work? You don't have a lot of workforce there. You've got a lot of workforce there. I think what we will do is we will draw the workforce from here and deliver them to here. Oh, I just love this game. Whoops. What we're going to need to do is put the line spacing on, and we'll just see. Top tip: when your bus stations actually burn down, you can get a lot of problems with them. Right, let me just take a look at the... We're not getting... Still, I mean, we've got 1,000 people now, so I think it's time to... Find nuclear city. Where are you? And again, I think we're just going to bring in, let the young population flow into here. Right, let's just have another look at the all map. Orphanages. Where are you? Orphanage. So it looks like Bill Joe may be right, because we're still... It's almost like the more orphanages I build, the more demand there is. But we are... Don't want that. Don't even want to look at that at the moment. We are getting less deaths than we are, so our population is growing, and we've now got a population of 86,000. Maybe I might regret this. I think I've got space for one more orphanage. We're going to put it here. Don't have a lot of unemployed people though, but we do have a bit of a space here that we might be able to put some more accommodation in. So what we're going to do is just build one more orphanage. If I can get it kind of up in this corner here, like that. Actually, this could be a little bit tricky. Let me just put you about there. We're just going to build this one. Again, we're going to have to put some footpaths in, connect up with... I think if we footpath to there, probably take that footpath out. Let's build this. What have we got here? Got a kindergarten, which is pretty full. Just put... Can I get a footpath? What's that there? Oh, there's a... what we call it. That's a bit of a mistake. We'll just hook those in as well. Got a distribution office sending out fuel. Just gonna pause the game again. I think we're just connect that through. Just slow the pace of the game up a little bit. Missing supplies, yes, I know. I don't want auto purchase, I want manual purchase. Just buy that. There. Game work. Get a high. I've got a feeling we might need more population here to support that, because we might drain population out. I'm very tempted to move this. In fact, I think I will. We need a medium distribution office. So, I can build this. This isn't particularly... How many slots have you got? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think what we might do is go to 6. We can put you about there. Oops. Get you there. Now we've got a bit of a complication here because the helicopters won't build that. So what we're going to have to do is bring in this road crew. It's a long way away, but they've got absolutely nothing to do, so you can come into there. And what I'll do is I'll build this distribution office, and then I'll take this down, and that means that what we could do in this corner is possibly put in a new dwelling. We won't need a big one, we just need enough to ensure that the workforce here is got things to do and they can keep moving. Right, so we got water, the sewage is good, and what I need to do now is actually fix the this is a meat distribution truck. I suppose we could add you to that. I'm a bit confused over why. Oh, you're still using traditional distribution. Okay. See. You're picking up, you've got food and electronics, that's no good. You must be right, you're distributing clothes. So you can you're distributing clothes. And then what we got here is this is a bit of a mess, isn't it? I don't really want you there. I think this one's actually oh, you're doing both. You're the actual better option, to be honest. Something tells me that I'm going to need to get into... I'll just leave it the way it is for the moment. Something tells me I'm going to need to get in and kind of take a little bit more of a detailed look at some of my older distribution systems. So we've still got a problem with loyalty, but we've got a bit of happiness, which has got us back to 73%. We've got some unemployment here still. Happiness isn't brilliant. What's up with these guys? Food and what we got here? No electronics. Isn't that a surprise? Yeah. Yeah, 333 citizens don't have access to electronics. Electronics makes such a big difference now. Right, I don't want this video to be too long, so we're just going to have a quick recap of our buildings, all map, orphanages. We've still got orphanages at 106%. There's children in care, 163 out of 182. So I think if you're just over 100%, you're okay. One place we haven't really looked is what we call it. Over here in Ollerton, I've got an orphanage over here. This one's got a little bit of extra slack in it. Okay, I can't remember how many orphanages I've got in this area. It is just got the one here. Is there any way I can get? There's at 88%, but it's actually got children outside. Just trying to think, is there anywhere I can? Don't have a lot of unemployment. We've got some unemployment up here. Trouble is, how the heck can I get an orphanage up here? I doubt very much. See, we've got 13 people there. We got the unemployment is fluctuating. I don't think I can get an orphanage up here. You could put one there, but we'd have to put it about there. See if I can get one. Just that road's coming up suspiciously high. I doubt very much if we're going to. The road's a bit steep here. Oh, ow. Haha. Okay. Promise, guys, this is going to be the last one. Hook these up. Build these. Build them. Right, just speed up a bit. Game where I have 70 off 75. Manual purchase some food, clothes, and meat, just to get them off the. Where's my local store? Looks like this one's actually sorted out properly. So you can come there. 100%. Yep. Because I'm not sure where these guys are picking meat up from. We've got meat storage out here. 75 tons of meat in it. And I've got a vehicle depot here. If I can find it. I'm sure there's one in here. There it is. Refrigeration. Again, I don't think we really need a massive truck for. Right, we got. You can pick up from there. You can go to the orphanage. Wait until unloaded. How are we doing? Right, you're all connected. Right, this one's building up. Getting a few workers in here. And I doubt if it's having any effect on this one just yet. maybe we need to push you up a little bit. Loyalty is still, well, I suppose I could push this up a bit, but I'd rather have the happiness at the moment. Right, so I've just built a lot of orphanages, and as far as the only thing that seems to be coming through quite well at the moment was last month. So let me just pause. So we've got a higher birth rate. We've now got the growth going again. So I think what Bill Joe said makes sense, that we at the cost of possibly other factors, we are getting a higher growth rate. We're getting lower deaths and lower escapes. Now the real test is going to be winter. Yeah, I built this one in here, didn't I? We've still got some unemployment here. Wait, you're unemployed. But we've got no kindergarten in this area. Where's the kindergarten? Okay, let's pause down. Right, promise guys, I'm just going to fix this kindergarten situation here. And then that will be it for the video. Kindergarten. How many kindergartens have I got in here? So you're full. I think the problem I've got here is I've got lots of small kindergartens, and no, so right, we have to put another kindergarten in. Yeah, but we need it kind of centrally placed. I think what we'll do is I'm just going to try and find a workshop one that might give us a bit enough to keep things going, but I'll be able to fit in. They've got 216. If I could oh, game's saving. Ha. I think if we can drop a small kindergarten in there, I know it's kind of out of place with the overall structure of things, but I'm going to build that footpath. It's just obnoxious. Actually, why did I assign that to helicopters crews? We got construction crews here doing absolutely nothing or very little. Because of course my current building program has they've auto detected it anyway, so, and hopefully that will solve the kindergarten problem here. That will give us more workers, which will give us more people into here, and then because that will get more people into there, and then what I'll do is check here. Right, shortage of electronics, that's understandable. I've got a plague of electronics all across the map at the moment, but we're still not getting as many. I think I'm going to need to expand Nuclear City, but the trouble is how to expand it. I'm going to need to think about that. And of course, and just as a final overview, we got our little town here. We got this all being built as well, which needs to be finished. We've got the beginnings of our tourist industry here. Wow, we've got our, yeah, we need to get the power supply over here. We've got, this has been built. We've got our pumping harbour here, which we're going to use to get everything set up here. I think we've now got fuel into here, so another thing I'm going to need to do now is readjust my actually I think I'm currently building this. Let me just you guys just go all out on that, because we got fuel here now. The gas station and fuel supply in this area can move to here. and that will stop the long haul up to here to deliver fuel, which is currently causing the odd problems. Got a technical college services here, which needs some snow plows ready for the winter. You can see my helicopter crews are probably here, probably not doing, they're not what they're waiting for. But they've got a whole list of stuff to do. Obviously they're kind of on strike. Probably because they're laying gravel or something like that. Anyway, guys, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. Any opinions on the use of orphanages in the game and for the fixes, feel free to chuck it in the comments. We'll have a chat about it. In the next part, we will be on the 0.8.7 11 update, just to see whether that makes any changes to the orphanage situation as well. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.